Let's have a midweek getaway to one of the islands off Bali. Is it worth going to Nusa Ceningan? Well, let's find out. We're an Aussie family of 6 and we've been living in Bali for over a year now, but we haven't yet made our way to Nusa Ceningan. Our accommodation had organised our transfers with Rocky Fast Boats, and before we'd even kicked off, we had sunscreen and eyeballs that we had to sort out. But on the upside, Mount Agung was putting on an amazing show for us today. The Sanur Harbour is super easy to navigate, but if you're not sure and you want more information, you can head to our website, check out the video hub and find more information there. Whenever we're visiting any of the islands, we make sure just to bring carry-on only. You can bring suitcases, but it does make your trip a little bit more difficult. The boys at Rocky Fast Boats are always such gentlemen, they'll always take your hand and guide you on and off the boat safely. We found our seats, sat down, and we were so ready for this ride. Just look at these happy little faces. The guys at Rocky do have their own harbour, which makes disembarkation so easy, and then we were on our way to pick up our scooters. Our new scooter hire friend suggested this spot for lunch and it did not disappoint. This is on the Lembongan side before we made the crossing over to Nusa Ceningan. A quick check of Google Maps just to see where we needed to go. Then that was it. The 6 of us piled onto the bikes 2 by 2 and we were ready to find our accommodation. This little spot is so magical. Honestly, the views that just kept popping out behind buildings, I mean, that blue water is just stunning. We made a quick stop in at one of the many convenience stores available on the island and grabbed some snacks and waters. With a huge trek up and over the hill, we found our sign to Anna and we knew that we were getting close. We parked up the bikes, checked in, grabbed our welcome drinks, and then made our way down to the accommodation. This is not camping on some cliffside hill anywhere. No. Oh my goodness. Wow. This is a luxury glamping. We had deemed this an iPad-free holiday, and I'm so glad that we did because we were fully tuned in to the ocean channel out the front. And if you'd like a room tour, let me know in the comments. I'll get one up for you. With all of that sticky hot travel done, we chucked our togs on and made our way down to the pool. Chad and I were absolutely obsessed with the bamboo structure here that was built. I think we need a bamboo home in Bali, to be honest. I mean, I wouldn't even mind living in these tents full time. With watermelon juices served in the pool, it was time to take in the sunset and just watch the sky change colour. We made our way back to the accommodation for the evening. We chucked the ocean channel back on that telly again as we popped ourselves to bed and got ready for a huge big day of adventuring tomorrow. Selamat malam, Nusa Ceningan. Good morning, everyone. Jim Jiminy, Jim Drew. We got a few questions last night asking where is Nusa Ceningan? Nusa Ceningan is actually located between Nusa Lembongan and Nusa Penida. It's the smallest of the 3 islands. We started our morning with an all-you-can-eat breakfast at the hotel here at Anna because we had big plans to get out and explore the island. Now, there's not many roads on the map that you can go down, but trust me, try and investigate all of them if you can because you will end up at views like this. Woo! The water is so blue and crystal clear, it is just simply stunning. We jumped back on the motorbikes and kept investigating. There's so many little lookouts and beaches and hidden spots to see. But at this point, we were all getting kind of tired, hot, hungry, and we all just wanted to jump in the ocean. So I'd been scoping out this place on Instagram, and I'm so glad that we stopped here for lunch. They had great food and drinks, a pool there, and also the ocean right at the front door. And I'm not gonna lie, this lunch did turn into afternoon tea. Little hermit crabs just crawling around everywhere, so cute. Another swim, another something else to eat and drink, and we had the best afternoon here. Feeling very satisfied at this point, we all jumped back on the motorbikes, headed back to Anna for a quick viewing of the ocean channel again. We just all took some time to cool down. Chad and I had a lovely chat just watching the world go by as the waves crashed into the rocks. The kids chatted and hung out on the swing. Honestly, this is the best thing ever out the front of these tents. I'd made a reservation in the Anna restaurant to watch the sun go down and have some dinner and drinks there. The breeze, the music, the sunset, this is just the perfect way to spend an afternoon. And you don't even have to be staying here to come and use these facilities. We ordered some dinner and drinks, all while Chad and I were chatting about how cool our bamboo house will be one day. The sun was setting and the kids were still in the pool having a lovely time. This was such a special way to spend the afternoon as a family. We check out tomorrow and I just don't know how I feel about it, but... Well, I just hit my step count. Woohoo! Last day on Nusa Ceningan and I don't want to go home. Morning, Molly. It's sunrise and it's time to send the drone up. There's hardly any wind and it's the perfect time to fly and see exactly where we're staying. They have a beautiful big ocean lounge in the front that you can come and swim in the pool at and hang out like a day club, and also all of the tents in the background that you can stay in. The kids were still asleep at this point and we still had great drone flying weather, so we made our way down to the Yellow Bridge. This spot here is pretty iconic, and if you've googled anything about the islands, this image itself probably came up somewhere. Now you'll notice that it's quite a skinny bridge. We can fit 2 scooters across at a time, but you would not fit a car. So most people have to walk this bridge if they're staying on the opposite side of the island. And this walk only took me about 1:30. Bye! We said good morning to lots of the locals and then decided to jump back on the bikes, make our way back to the kids and get ready for brekkie. Everybody was awake at this point, but nobody wanted to leave. We had our return boat booked at 1 o'clock, so we decided to check out a little bit early and head back down to the cafe that we were at yesterday. Honestly, if you're coming to any of the islands, just bring backpacks. It makes getting around so much easier than trying to wheel suitcases around. At this point, the wind had started picking up just a little bit, but we were hoping we could get away with launching the drone from the cafe. And I'm so glad that we did, because we were able to see all of the amazing seaweed farms that are in between Nusa Lembongan and Nusa Ceningan. One more quick swim and play, a quick coffee, and then it was time to make our way back to the rocky fastboat harbour. You check in at the counter, grab your tickets, and then you get to wait in the holding area, which is super fine because there's so much shade here and lots of seating. You'll be called down to board the boat, and once again those rocky cruise guys help you on and off with ease. The breeze is beautiful, the crossing was really simple, we had no big waves, the ocean was pretty smooth. A quick little 45-minute run and we were back in Sanua. I honestly wish we could get straight back on and go again, but it's home time. This is always the hardest part. You're so tired after your awesome holiday.